Shubhodayam. Welcome to all to this session of 7th batch of certificate course on Sanatana Dharma organized by Veda Samskruti Samiti in association with Vishwa Yoga Vidyapit. Today we'll be having the last class on Vedas by Dr. Krishna Murari Tripati ji of Banaras Hindu University. So before he joins, we'll move on with the routine. Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Sujalam Sufalam, Malayaj Sitalam, Sasya Syamalam Mataram, Vande Mataram. Subrajyosna pulakitayaminim pullakusumita drumadala shobhinim suhasinim sumadhura bhashinim sukhadam varadam mataram vande mataram Vande Mataram. Now I request Venkatnarayan Garu to do the Pradhana, please.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Meditation for a minute followed by 3 times Omkar. गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमहागणाधिपतये नमः। ॐ प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामविद्र्यवतु। ॐ श्रीमहासरस्वत्यै नमः। गुरुरेव गतिर्गुरुमेव भजे गुरुनैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे। न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोः मतिरस्ति गुरौ मां पाहि गुरो। ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। मातृदेवो भव, पितृदेवो भव, आचार्यदेवो भव, अतिथिदेवो भव। ॐ सहना भवतु, सहनौ भुनक्तु, सह वीर्यं करवावहै, तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ।
ధన్యవాదాలు వెంకటనారాయణ గారు. థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్ ఫర్ ది ప్రార్థన. నౌ ఐ రిక్వెస్ట్ Krishna Murari Tripati ji. Welcome, Namaskar Tripati ji.
Namaste.
I now hand over to you for the webinar, please.
Namo Namaha. Om Vishwam Darpana Drishyamana Nagari Tulyan Nijantargatam Pashyannatmani Mayaya Bahiribodh Bhutam Yatha Nidraya Yas Sakshat Kurute Prabodha Samaye Svatmanamevadvayam Tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye Namaidam Shri Dakshina Murtaye Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurudevo Maheshwarah Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Vagishadya Sumanasa Sarvarthanam Upakrame Yannatva Kritakritya Syustannamami Gajanam. So welcome you all. Sarvebhyo Namo Namaha. Asyam Kakshayam Bhavatam Bhavatinam cha Swagatam Vyaharamaha. So we have to finish today's lecture about the Dharma Shastra. So just I'm going to share my screen.
Yeah, Tripati ji, one small request is that Shodasa Sanskaras will be dealt with in detail in some of the classes. So you can rush up on the whatever you want to say. In detail, it will be taken up in the...
Okay, so I skipped that.
Yeah,
I do the other Dharma.
Thank you.
In the Dharma Shastra, we are also talking about the 8 types of the marriage. So we go to from this section. So the 8 type of marriage as per ancient Hindu tradition. The ancient Hindu scriptures and law books known as the Dharma Shastra delineate 8 different type of marriages, demonstrating the diverse tradition and social norm from the exist during the era. These form of marriages were primarily based on the nature of alliance formed between families and the modalities of the rurals and customs, rituals and customs. So, like Brahmo Daivas, there are 8 types of the Vivahas. So that the Brahmo Daivas Tatha Arshaha Prajapatyas Tatha Surah. So first is called the Brahma Vivah. So consider the best form of a marriage. It occurs when a girl's father gives her away to the groom after ensuring that he is of a good character and learning. The groom doesn't offer any materialistic compensation to the bride's family. Second is the Prajapati Vivaha, similar to Brahma Vivaha. This marriage involves the bride's father giving her away to the groom, but with the mutual understanding and that the couple would fulfill their dharma together. Then Arsha Vivaha, in this form of marriage, the groom gives a cow and a bull to the bride's family before the wedding. This form was prevalent among the series of rishis. And the type of marriage involved the bride's father giving her away to a priest as a sacrificial fee. This type was practiced when the parents could not afford the expenses of their daughter's marriage. And then Asura Vivaha, in this form of marriage, the groom pays a dowry to the bride's family to marry her, and it's considered a lower form of marriage, and it essentially a bride being bought by the groom. So now these vivaham happening a lot. So it is called the Asura Vivaham. They are giving dowry to the groom's family, or that is not the proper way. Previously, it happened, but that is called the Stri Dhanam. Whatever her father and mother are giving to their daughter, that is the Stri Dhanam, not the groom's family's wealth. It's a Stri Dhanam, and that is the whole process of that thing. Next, the Gandharva Vivaham. This is essentially a love marriage where the couple marries without the consent of their parents. It's based on mutual attraction with no rituals, witness, or dowry. And next, the Rakshasa Vivaha. This is a forced marriage where the bride is abducted and forced to marry against her will, often after the defeat of her family members in battle. It's considered a brutal form of marriage, like the Kshatriyas were doing when the king uh, uh, defeat their enemies. After that, he marriage with her daughter, his daughter. So that is the Rakshas Vivaha, and another is Paishach Vivaha. Supta Mattam Pramattancha, considered the lowest form of marriage. It involves the man seducing or deceiving the woman into marriage when she is not in a sound state of mind. Like if she is sleeping, then they can go and take it her, and then after that they do the marriage. This form is condemned by the scriptures. So there are 8 types of the vivaha. Only 4 types is the very good, like Brahmo, Daivaha, Tatha, Arshaha, Prajapatya. So types of vivaha is very nice. Brahma vivaha. Normally people are doing the sankalpa. Brahma vivaha vidhina vivaham karishyam. But they offer flowers. In Gandharva vivaham or Asura vivaham, we marriage with a flower. They do the Jayamala or Varamala like this. But Brahma Vivaham, not happening about the flower mala, garland, or other things. So Brahmo, Daivaha, Tatha Arshaha, and Prajapatyaha. So the 4 types are very good, and next 4 types are not good. But I think nowadays the Asura Vivaham happening a lot. Asura and Rakshas Vivaham also happening somewhere. So we should have to uh, understand about the Vivaham. So there are 8 types of the Vivaham. And next section is that Antyeshti Samskara. And that also connect with the how many types of the Shraddham, how to do that. So also the topic is comes under the Dharma Shastra. So that's why I'm teaching here. I think you all understand about the 16 samskara with some other teacher, but it's a part of the Dharma Shastra, Vivaham and Shraddham. So that's why I'm here teaching you. So I'm not going to teach the Anteshti, but the Nitya Naimittika I can do that. The word Shraddha has originated from the Shraddha, faith. It is just impossible to reply all that our deceased forefathers have done for us. The rites that are performed for them with complete faith is known as Shraddham. Shraddhaya diyate yat tat Shraddham. We offer something to our ancestors with faith, with Shraddha, and that is called the Shraddham. So, I'm seeing that people are not doing Shraddham in these days. So, it's my humble request they can do the Shraddham for their ancestors. There is a story about the why we have to perform the Shraddham. So our ancestors were requesting to the Bhagavan Vishnu to please help my near and dears are in the Prithvi Loka and they are in a problem. So Vishnu Bhagavan said, why you want to help uh, your near and dears people? So he said, Bhagavan, he said that because they are, when I was in the Prithvi Loka, they helped a lot for us, my son, my daughter, my friends. So I'm here, in a Vaikuntha Loka, I'm with you, so I want to support them. So Bhagavan Vishnu said that when the Shraddha Paksham, Mahalaya Paksham, or Amavasya, or when your death dates, they have to perform some things. Then I can help them. So he said that's okay. But when his Shraddha Tithi came, but their son and daughter did not do anything. So Bhagavan Vishnu invite him and tell that you can see your daughter and son are doing nothing to you for that day. Even they did not remember you. So he said that okay, Bhagavan, you can give them whatever their karma. You don't give to them anything from my request. So that's why if we are suffering in this loka, definitely it's the biggest role of our ancestors. So we have to take care of ancestors and do shraddham. It is necessary to do all of the people for their ancestors. So there are three types of the rinas we have. जायमानो वै ब्राह्मणः त्रिभिरर्णवाजायते ब्रह्मचर्येण ऋषिभ्यः ऋषिऋण यज्ञेन देवेभ्यः देवऋण and prajaya pitrubhyah like pitrऋण. So we have three types of death when we entered in this loka. So definitely we have to do it. So Shraddha is very essential and very necessary for us. So description of the Shraddha is given in the chapter titled Shraddha in Brahma Purana. Holy text, one of the Purana is given ahead. Deshe kale cha patre cha Shraddhaya vidhina chayat pitanudishyam viprebhyo dattam Shraddham udahridam. The offering food made with complete faith and accompanied by all the rites to the Brahmanas and representative of the Pitaras. After pronouncing the place, time, and appropriate venue is termed as a Shraddham. So Shraddha, Pitri Puja or Pitri Yajna, we can understand the Shraddha. So history of the Shraddha rites. The first propounder of the Shraddha rites is the sage Atri, the son of deity Brahma. Sage Atri narrated to his descendant Nimi the Shraddha rites as laid down by deity Brahma. Subsequently, they become traditional acharas, conducts, and continue even today. Manu was the first to perform the Shraddha rites, hence he is called the deity of Shraddha. After Sri Rama, Janaki, and Lakshmana were banished to the forest, Bharat went to meet them and told them about their father's death. Thereafter, Sri Rama performed the Shraddha rites for his departed father. There is a mention to this effect in the holy text Ramayana. There are various types of Shraddha. Shraddha has 5 main categories. The first 3 categories are described in Matsya Purana. However, Yamasmriti mentions about 5 categories of Shraddha which are listed below. Nitya Shraddha. Nitya Shraddha, which is done daily, is known as Nitya Shraddha. Vishwe Deva are not installed during Nitya Shraddha. In necessity of emergency, Nitya Shraddha can be performed with water only. Naimitik Shraddha. It is also known as Ekodishta because it is done for one person only. When the person dies, then Ekodishta Shraddha is performed. Every year on Hindu death anniversary, Ekodishta Shraddha is performed. In Hindi, Naimitik means special, and Naimitik Shraddha is also known as Varashik Shraddha. Vishwe Deva are not installed during Naimitik Shraddha. On Bhishma Ashtami, people perform Ekadashi, Ekodishta Shraddha for Pitamaha Bhishma. So Ekodishta, we are doing the Varshik Shraddha. Death anniversary, we have to do the every year. That is called the Ekodishta Shraddha. The father death anniversary is 5th day, so you have to perform on 5th. So we have to do 96 type of the Shraddhas every year. Shannavatti Shraddham Karaniyam. But we are unable to do one Shraddha. It is Ekodishta Shraddha. So definitely we have to do the Mahalaya Paksha Shraddha, Amavasya Tarpanam, and this Ekodishta Shraddham also. Next is the Kamya Shraddha. It is done to fulfill special wishes. It is done during Rohini or Kritika Nakshatra. So this is a Kamya Shraddha. And next is the Vriddhi Shraddha. During special occasions like marriage or on birth, boy, Vriddhi Shraddha is done to get blessing of the ancestors. Vriddhi Shraddha is also known as a Nandi Shraddha. I think you all know about that when we perform marriage ceremony, before we have to perform Nandi Shraddham or any of the Annaprashan, Jatakarma, whatever samskaras we are going to perform it, we should have to do the Nandi Shraddham. Nandi Shraddham is called the also get blessing from the ancestors. So like it is happening not like a Shraddham, but similar to Shraddham. So everywhere it happening. In North India, they are saying Matri Puja. And in Matri Puja, they are doing the Nandi Shraddha. Paravana Shraddham, which are done during special occasions like Pitru Paksha, Mahalaya Paksha, and Bhadrapada Purnima are known as Paravana Shraddha. Vishwe Deva are installed during Paravana Shraddha. Paravani Bhava Parvana. So if the festivals are there, so Mahalaya Paksha is the Ashwin Krishna Paksha is related to our ancestors. So there is a story about that, why we have to perform Shraddham on Amavasya. What is the special about the Amavasya? So I think we can go after it. And you all, I think, understand from other teacher about this samskaras. So you can, after that, I think he will conclude these things. Why you have to perform the Shraddha or Tarpana in Amavasya? What is the special meaning of performing the Mahalaya Paksha Shraddha, and how many types of the Shraddhas? So I concluded there are 5 types of the Shraddha: Nitya, Naimittika, Kamya, Vriddhi, and Parvana Shraddha. And after that, the 6th chapter is about the Varna and Ashram Dharma, that is related to the Dharma Shastra. So in addition to the 4 main aims for Hindu living: Dharma, Kama, Artha, and Moksha. So another important dharma is Varnashram Dharma. So this duty is based on an individual person's circumstances. It means the duties a Hindu should follow depending on their stage in life and their varna or caste. Traditionally, the caste a Hindu was born into decided which duties they perform in society and what jobs they could have. So, however, in modern Hindu societies, many people believe the system is unfair and disagree with the inequalities that result from it. The 4 castes were an ancient Hindu idea. Each caste was thought to originate from a part of Brahma's body: Brahmins from his head, Kshatriya from arms, Vaishya from his thighs, and Shudras from his feet. So, all the in Gita, they are telling about the caste system. Shloka is Chaturvarniyam maya srishtam guna karma vibhagasah. So the guna and karma. So whatever our karma, then if we have a good karma, then we have to perform this, and they have a bad karma, we have to go to that. So guna karma vibhagasah. They divided in 4 castes, and the 4 castes have their own dharmas and own so perform in this, and they all have to contribute this in this society. So like Brahman karma is a different. So adhyayanam, adhyapanam, yajanam, yajanam, dana, pratigraha. The 6 karma, the Brahmanas has to do it. Kshatriya has a adhyayanam, yajanam, danam, like the 3 karmas from the Kshatriya. So each varna has each karmas. So Brahmanas, teachers and priests; Kshatriyas, warriors and leaders; and Vaishyas, merchants, traders, and farmers; and Shudras, manual worker laborers. So these come from the Bhagavan Brahmas. So this the Varna Dharma. So Brahmana teachers and priests interpret the scriptures and teach others, and Hindu Dharma. Kshatriyas, various warriors and leaders, fight to defend people and keep control and order in society. Vaishyas, merchants, traders, and farmers own land and businesses and trade and farm. This caste includes many trades, and Shudras, manual workers and laborers, work for others. This group includes labor of all kinds. So there is a 5th group who were traditionally outside the caste system and therefore known by the negative terms outcasts and untouchables. But they were restricted in what job they could do and were often treated badly. In modern India, people who in the past would have been labeled outcasts refer to themselves as Dalitas. So in India, it is illegal to discriminate on the basis of caste, but some discrimination does still happen. Hindu reformers continue to work to improve civil rights for Dalitas. So I'm not telling about anyone to discriminate, but these discriminations happen when about your guna karma. If Brahmana is also not doing the Brahman work, karma, so he is not a Brahmin. So if Shudra is not doing their own karma, and if they are doing like a Brahmana, so he is a Brahmin. So discrimination, it happen about your guna karma, your virtues and your karma. Not for the you born in a Brahmin family or Kshatriya family or Vaishya family, or you are not performing it. Why we need it? Because they each uh, uh, person has each ability. So at that time, those type of the groups are performing that things. That's why there is a very importance for that. So Brahmanas, they have performed that the Adhyayanam, Adhyapanam, and Yajanam, Yajanam, and Dana Pratigraha. The six things that time Brahmanas are doing. Brahmanas, they have to do penance every time for this nation, this universe. They have to do penance for well-being for the all over the world. So that's why when we do the prarthana, we say about that the lokas samastas sukhino bhavantu. Not brahmanas samastas sukhino bhavantu. We are not telling about it. Just we are telling that lokas samastas sukhino bhavantu. We are performing arghya rituals. We are offering the arghya for the Bhagavan Surya, and we request to the Suryas, please bless all the people about from whole world. We are not even we are not discriminating U.S., Singapore, or any other countries. We are thinking that all the Prithvi Loka as humans are the family of us. So we have to think about the whole world, whole universe. We are not thinking about only Bharat Varsha. So there is a shloka about it. Ayan nijaha paroveti ganana laghu chetasam udara charitanantu vasudhaiva kutumbakam. So we are feeling that all vasudhaiva kutumbakam. So who live in this vasudha in Prithvi, they are our families, they are our friends, they are our kutumbis. So ayan nijaha paroveti ganana laghu chetasam. Who has a narrow mind, they built a border like this is your area, this is your area. But we are Indian and we are thinking about that. All the Prithvi Lokas people are our family, our friends. So this is so whatever it happened, I taught you about the Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudras, and I'm not telling about discrimination. This is the only things we have to understand it, why it happened, and what should we have to understand it. Because if their abilities, guna karma, are not for the fight, so they can't fight. So that's why you have to think about the bunch of people, bunch of the generation, bunch of the people we have to take from the that kshatriyas. So they have to do the kshatriya karmas. So that's why. So there is no any discrimination about it. So I clear it. Next is the ashrama dharmas. So the four stage of life. In Sanatan Dharma recognizes four stages of life called ashramas. A Hindu goes through all of these in their lifetime. The deities of life don't just depend on the community a Hindu is born into. They also depend on a person's stage of life or ashrama. Hindus recognize four stages of life. The first stage is learning, being a people or students. The second stage is being a householder and parent. So Brahmacharya ashrama is the first. The first stage is learning, being a people or a student, like a Brahmacharya ashrama. So they have to do the Vidya Dhyanam, and it starts from the first year to when after born till 25th, and 26 to 50. This is the Grihastha ashrama. The second stage is being a householder and parent, and third is the Vanaprastha. The third stage is retirement from work, which gives opportunity for other pursuit, including spiritual life. So after 60, government people will be retired from the government job. So government also retired us after 60 years. But the Shastra said that after 50, we should have to retire it and go for the spiritual life. That is called the Vanaprastha Dharma. And the fourth stage where some people give up all the things of this world for spiritual purposes, and this stage is not for everyone. A person living in the fourth ashrama is called the sannyas ashrama. So first the brahmacharya, we have to understand about the vidya dhyanam, and second the grihastha dharma. They have to take care of their families. They have to think about their responsibilities for their families. And third is the vanaprastha. They have to give their all to their son and daughter, whatever they have a whole house and money to their kids. They have to live their life, and parents are going to the spiritual life. That is called the Vanaprastha ashrama. And the last ashrama is the sannyas ashrama. Sannyas means they don't care about the material life, they have to care about the spiritual life. So these ashramas are very essential. There is a shloka from the Niti Shastra. Prathame narjita vidya, dvitiye narjitam dhanam, tritiye narjitam punyam, chaturthe kim karishyati. So the first it says Prathame narjita vidya. The first we did not did the good adhyanam, and second the dvitiye narjitam dhanam. So if you have a good job, you have to do the money, and money is very important in this life also, in this Kali Yuga also. So second life is for the money. Second phase of the life for the money. First phase is for the vidya dhyanam. Second for the dhanarjanam, and tritiye punyam, and third for the sacred. If these three stages we are not performing those things, we are not collecting those things. So chaturthe kim karusati, after 75, what should we do? There is no way to live. So definitely we have to think about that. The first stage for Vidya Dhyana, we don't have to earn money in our first stage. And second stage, we should have to earn money because of we have to live, we have a lot of responsibilities. And third, for the punyam, so we don't care about that the money and adhyanam, just we have to go to the spiritual path, we follow it, and after that, when we depart from this loka, people will remember whatever we done for this society. So this is nowadays people are facing a lot of depressions and anxiety because they are not following that rituals, that process. If they are thinking that our first year, our first stage is for the Veda Adhyanam, so they don't go to the depression. They have to do it. And second phase for the Dhanarjanam. So they have to work it. So 25 years is a very good time to do anything. Adhyanam or Dhanarjanam or Punyarjanam. So we have a lot of time, 25 years. So we should have to think about it. And also there is how we guide our son or daughter. So there is a shloka about it also. Lalayet panchavarshani, dashavarshani tade, prapte tu shodashe varshe, putram mitra vadacharet. So lalayet panchavarshani, we should have to care a lot our son or daughter till 5 year. And after that, from 6 year to 15 year, we have to strict about our children. So lalayet dashavarshani tade. Tadanam means here the strict about everything. And after that, when he will become a 15 years old, 16 years old, then putram mitra vadachret, we have to build relation like a friend. So if we follow this process, definitely our kids are very good for us, and every time they will care for us. So we should have to think about that, how we build relation with our children. So that is also from the Dharma. This is the Dharma Shastra. Next is the Stri Dharma. It's a very essential and crucial topic when we talk about that. So in Bhagavad Purana, according to the Bhagavad Purana, the duties of women who look upon their husbands as a veritable deities are rendering seva, selfless service to the husband, and compliance to his wishes, friendliness to his relatives, and ever observation of the same those as their husbands. Stridancha pati devana tachrushusha tachrushushanukulata tadbandhushvanuvrittischa nityam tadvrata dharanam. This is the Stri Dharma. So sorry if I'm just telling about this, how it happened in the Satyuga, Treta Yuga, and Dwapar Yuga, and also in Kali Yuga. After 50, before 50 years. Nowadays they are doing different things, but it says a pious lady should keep the house clean by sweeping and plastering with cow dung, and decorating with the auspicious colored diagrams and the pictures on the floor. She should adorn her person with ornaments and clean clothes, and always keep the utensils, etc., in the house clean and polished. She should at every time abide by the desires, great or small, of her husband with modesty, self-control, and address him lovingly in true and pleasant words. So this is the another thing. What should previously has to do it. Normally, Sri Dharma is they have to care about the everything. So Stri is the leader of house. When we are telling about the Stri is the leader of about the house, and it should be minister of their husband, his husband. So whatever the things, good things or bad things happening to husband, she advised him to do this or don't do this. So like this is the Stri Dharma, and she has to Ekapati Vrata. I think she has to also Purush has the Ekapatni Vrata, and she has a Ekapati Vrata. So there is these things. So how there are a lot of things. So I think so we don't have time to conclude everything. So just I'm going to share it. So next, the Santushta Lolupa Daksha Dharmagya Priya Satyavak Apramatta Shutisnigda Patim Tava Papatim Bhajet. A woman who, as goddess Lakshmi, would be to Lord Hari, serves her husband with a single-minded devotion, regarding him as a Lord Vishnu, would like to Lakshmi into the company of Lord Vishnu, rejoice hereafter in the region of Hari, Vaikuntha, along with her husband, who, through her devotion, has attained the resemblance of Hari. Ya patim Hari bhavena bhajet shriva tatpara haryatmana harer loke patya shriva modate. So, बालया वा युवत्या वा वृद्धया वा पियोषिता न स्वातंत्र्येण कर्तव्यं किंचित कार्यं गृहेष्वपि बाल्ये पितृवशे तिष्ठेत् पाणिग्राहस्य यौवने पुत्राणां भर्तरि प्रेते न भजे स्त्री स्वातंत्र्यम्. So this is from the Manusmriti. In childhood, she should remain under the control of, dependent upon her father. So when everyone, but not only Stri, we are control of our father, and in youth under that of her husband, and on the husband's death after that of her sons, the woman should never have recourse to the independence. So like this, on the contrary to popular interpretation, which takes it as an infringement of women's rights and is impending women empowerment. It is primarily a statement with respect to pursuit of dharma and not concerned with pursuit of artha or karma. That it is statement with respect to dharma and not artha or kama to explicitly highlighted to Gautama Dharma Sutra, which say a wife is not independent with respect to the fulfillment of dharma. And consequently, the dependence of dharmic practice does not in any way come in the way of women pursuing what they love or empowering themselves. Furthermore, this verse defines Sri Dharma. It terms our relation dharma that women have with her closest male relationship, namely father, husband, and son. As children, both men and women are dependent upon their parents. The first teachers who teach the child what is dharma and what is adharma. Therefore, when it is said that women in their childhood must remain dependent upon their father, the fact that children are dependent upon their parents for nourishment, love, education, and protection is emphasized. In the same way, in old age, the parent depend upon their children in multiple number of ways, including in matters of dharma, wherein the children play the role of facilitators. As a couple, the husband and wife enter into grihastha ashrama, householder life, to practice varnashram dharma in the pursuit of four purusharthas, dharma, artha, kama, and moksha. Though the goal pursued in same, the roles played by the man and the woman in a marriage are different. While the man plays the role of a husband and a father, the woman plays the role of a wife and mother and a mother. While the husband takes the role of yajamana, the conduct of the rituals and other dharmic duties, the wife takes up the role of the sahadharmini, one who accompanies the husband in fulfillment of dharmic activities. In fact, the role played by the wife is identified with the sacred fires of the house itself, without whom a grahastha man cannot perform any dharmic rituals or actions. So without marriage, we are also in Shrauta Yagya, Vina Patni Dharmam Naiva Bhavati. So Patni are very important in our life when we have to go to the Dharma Charana. So that's why we are saying the Saha Dharmini. And also people are saying Dharma Patni. There is no word Dharma Pati, but there is a word Dharma Patni. So why Dharma Patni? If the husband are going to perform any rituals for the punyam, for the sacred, so definitely he has to invite her his wife, for the do the dharma. So that's why the Dharma Patni. So this is the, and we are here for the four purusharthas, dharma, artha, and kama, moksha. So all purusharthas, the three purusharthas, they need together, they go together, dharma, artha, and kama. But the moksha, they have a go by their own path. So salvation is different. Dharma, artha, and kama, they have to be together. So by this, the husband himself becomes the direct means for the accomplishing all the purusharthas for wife. Therefore, in recognition of the fact of direct dependence of women on their husbands in dharmic matters, and secondarily on fathers and sons, the Stri Dharma has been ancient that the term of women's relations, the dharma towards people who are closest to her. So how it happened? It's a pitra bharta sutair vapi ne ched viraham atmanah esham hi virahen stri grahye kurya dubhe kule. So there are many shlokas about the Stri Dharma, and after that the Prayaschitta. So Prayaschitta Prakaranam. So Maharshi Angirasa defined Prayaschitta as follows: Prayo nama tapah proktam chittam nischaya uchyate. Tapo nischaya shanmukhyam prayaschittam taduchyate. So what is the meaning of prayaschittam? So praya nama tapah proktah. Praya means penance, and chittam nischaya uchyate. We should have to do the penance. And tapo nischaya sanyuktam, and tapaha, penance, and we have to do it. The both when together, that is called the prayaschittam. Taponischa Kurtya or any acts as well. If we do bad things, so we have to do the Prayaschittam. That means we should not do again it. That is the meaning of the Prayaschittam. If we do papam and do again and again and again, so there is no Prayaschittam. There is a shloka about Anya Kshetre Kritam Papam Punya Kshetre Vinashyati. If Punya Kshetre Kritam Papam Vajra Lepo Bhavishyati. If we do the sin in the normal kshetras like a Kashi Kshetram, Kaveri Kshetram, Parashuram Kshetram, there are many Kshetrams. But after that, if we do any sin to the other kshetras, that is not the pious kshetras. So, if we go to the Punya kshetram like Kashi, Ayodhya, Mathura, Maya, Kashi, Kashi, Avantika, Puridwaravati, Chaiva, Saptaita, Mokshadaika, and also the four. If you go to these puris, these kshetras, then our papam, our sin will be burned. But if anya kshetre kritam papam, punya kshetre vinashit. But if we do the papam in punya kshetram, so there is no prayashchitam for the punya kshetram. That would be vajra lepaha. We never vimuktam of that papam, that sin. So we should have to think about that when we go to the punya kshetram or in temple or any good area like Dwadas Jyotirlinga kshetram, Saptapuri kshetram, and Dandakaranya kshetram, Pashurama kshetram. So there are many kshetras which we should have to think about that. We don't have to do sin here. Some of the Tirth Kshetra, when we go there, a lot of people are asking to give food they cheat us. We know about that, they are cheating, that they said that if you go to there is a price. But we should have to don't think about that, because that kshetras, we don't have to do the sin. We have to go to collect their sacred, for we go there for the penance. So we don't think about the material things. So that would be very nice. So that's why we are going to the mandir and temples, because anya kshetre vikritam, we live in our house and do lot of sin. So every year we have to go to the. Previously it happened. So our ancestors, our parents, they went to the temple and do the prayer, because they have done some sin in their house. So when they go to the temple, punya kshetre, papa vinashanartham, Ganga snanam, Yamuna snanam, Kaveri snanam, Narmada snanam, they are doing that. So this is the prayaschittam. So tapo nischaya kurta formally resolved in one's inner consist by deep meditation is known as a prayaschitta. This act is to undergo penance as prescribed by scriptures. This is to offset nitya, naimittika, kama, papa, krutyas, are the lapses of regular deities, incident-oriented, momentary, and emotional offense of very serious nature and degree is also blemishes due to non-performance of desirable acts. Now, atonement of such action do involve sacrifices by considerable physical, mental, and psychological endurance proportionate to sins committed. Some of the prayaschitta might entail extreme penances, total loss of social respect, and of even existential circumstances ranging from boycotts or death to boycotts to deaths. Thus, prayashchittas are proportionate penance from being even comparable to experience of narakas or hells. Manu and great rishis like Yajnavalkya asserted that prayashchitta executed on earth might somewhat appease the impact of far worse and severe turbulence in hell after the termination of the lives of the sinners. Akarane प्रायश्चित्त manuna darshatha. So प्रायश्चित्तम Yajnavalkya described Ekavimshati Prayashchittam. 21 narakas as a follow. Prayashchitta Makarabahana Pashusa Nirantaha Naraha Apashapinascha Khatam Narakam Yanti Darunam. So there is a shloka about these things, the Prayashchitta. This 21 narakas, Lokan Sukha, Mahishreya, Shalmali, Raurava, Kumbhalam, Putti. So there is also it mentioned in Garud Purana also 21 types of the narakas. So in case these chittas are not already executed in one's lifetime in lieu of Mahapatakas and Upapatakas repeated on earth in the previous birth, the accumulated sins are dreadful nature would entail much more severe penalties and retributions. So there are 9 type of sin. अतिपातक અને महापातक अतिपातक उपपातक संकलीकरण मलिनीकरण जाति भ्रंशकरण एवं नवानां नवविधानां पापानां बहुनां बहुविधानां. So there are 9 types of the sin. In Mahapataka means Mahapataka Swarnasteya Guru Talpagamana. There is shloka about how many Mahapatakas, how many Upapatakas. So Swarnasteya is come from if we stealing gold, that is the Mahapataki. So Swarnasteya like. So there are other things. If we steal book, next birth will be Janmandha. When we have a next birth, we will not have eyes. So Janmandha, that is if we are stealing the book. So there are many 9 types of the main sins, and we have to think about that when we do any karmas in this life, in this loka. So if something happened, if that we have to do the prayashchittam, but the prayashchittam for first time, not for the every time we have to do the sin, and after that we are going to perform a prayashchittam rituals, then all things will be going. So it's a vajralepaha. So the retribution are an account of non-performance of vihita karmas, prescribed duties, and perpetrating nishidha karmas or prohibited acts. For example, avoiding grahana snanas involves attacks of leprosy or 7 births. Committing Brahma Hatya Pataka. This is the Brahma Hatya Surapana Swarnasteya Guru Talpagamana. These 5 things from the Mahapataka. Brahma Hatya. So here Brahma Hatya Pataka and such grave sins and not resorting to prayaschitta would definitely lead to playback reprisal, like being pushed down from mountains of high altitude, are being consigned to engulfing poisonous flame mercilessly. Person who are normally sus- uh, sus- susceptible to continuous attack by Arishad Vargas. So, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya, deep desire, terrible anger, and passionate possessiveness, excessive attachment, incorrigible arrogance, and unpardonable jealousy. So, one misdoing of serious nature are therefore sure to lead them to atipataka. So, mahapataka, atipataka, anupataka, upapataka, jati, brahms types of. So, I told about that there are 9 types of the sins. So, these are the, I think here, types of some. Jati becomes a types of retribution as also Shankari Karana, Apatri Karana, Malabaha, and so on. Matru Pitru Swashura Snusha Gamana are considered as a Atipatkas, and Brahma Hatya Surapana Brahmana Brahmana Dhana Harana Steya are stealing Guru Bharya Gamana are Mahapatkas. Rajaswala Garbhini Asaputra Bala Gamana and Shatru Vadha are as dreadful as a Brahma Hatya. So, providing wrong or misleading evidence and murder of friends are as heinous of the Surapana. Sura means the liquor. Parad, Paradara Gamana. Paradara Gamana, especially with closely related women, is stated to be as a appealing as a Guru Brahma Gamana, Guru Bharya Gamana, and Sharanagata Stri Gamana is stated as a Anupataka, or as deplorable as a Mahapatakas, Gobadha, Parastri, Vikraya, Matrupitra Dushana, and Brahmanas Vidhi, Pratigya, Vrata, Pratiyaga. So, Kanya, Dushana, there are many types of the Prayaschitta. So, I think we should have to think about that, and definitely I will share these things. If we want to live this loka with punyam, we have to take care of these 9 types of the sins. There are many sins, but the all comes in this 9 section. So Brahma, Patak, Ati Patak, Upatak, Mahapatak, Sankalikarana, Manlikara, Patri, Jati, Vamsakarana. So we have to think about that. Among the Ati Patakas are listed Matru Putrika, Shahodari, Gamana are with such other blood relations, both knowingly or ignorantly. The Prayaschitta is the Shishna Chedana, and 3 Krucha Prayaschitta at the Chandrayana Vratas. If we have done, so we have to do the Chandrayana Vratam. Parastri Gamana demands of the series of the Chandrayana Vrata, like this is the Prayaschitta. If happened that since, so we have to do the Prayaschitta. So, Parastrigam demands a series of Chandrayana Vratas, like Rishi Chandrayan eating 3 fishful Havisnana and a day of a month. Shishu Chandrayan are consuming a 1-year-old was for fishful cooked food a day for a mouth, or Yati Chandrayana are 8 fishful of cooked bhojana on a midday forever. Thereafter, a cow and calf are to be donated to a Veda Brahmana. So, Parashar Smriti in the Prayaschitta Kanda takes up to the description of the Prakirana of Papas, Prayaschitta for the Urbandhana Marana, and are forced death on suicides occurs due to extreme anguish and frustration, self-pity, and hatred due to problems created by one family member or associates. It states that such deaths and up the most object existence of thousands of years in Naraka, Andhatamisra Naraka, full of blood, raw flesh, and pus. So I think these things are you can understand it. There are a lot of prayashchittam and tapam. If we do the sin, then we have to do the prayashchittam. I think we should have to stop here. There are many things, and definitely I will share this book, document, and definitely you all have to read it. And sorry, it takes a lot of time to understand, and that the topic is very vast. And I know that you all have a lot of questions about today's topics, and I am going to here for the question answer session. If you have, please ask.
Okay, thank you, Tripati ji. Yes, these are very elaborate and requires a lot of time for explaining in detail, and also explaining in English a bit difficult. But definitely we can take up questions and clarify them. So now the forum is open for questions. Please raise your hand and ask questions in case you have. Yes, Padmaja Garu, yeah.
Sir, Namaste Guruji. Actually, I have a doubt. You told that Grahana Snanas, not performing Grahana Snanas leads to leprosy for the next Janmas.
Yes,
Does this rule hold good in Kali Yuga and for all the Varnas also?
all
Because
the
nobody does nowadays.
so definitely it will happen.
Yeah.
So mainly, I don't want to say to everyone if you are going to do an further, but we should have to think about that. Why it
Yes.
happened? Why our shastras say about that? We have to do these things. This is a pataka. This is ati pataka. This is mahapataka. That means we have to definitely do it. If we don't want to do, but we have to understand, go to the Shastras, scriptures, and read it. So definitely people has to do the Grahana Snanam.
Okay. And what would be the prayashchittam for if we were not doing for the last so many years? Is it something is there as a prayashchitta for those? Because that
Definitely,
being a basic rule for Grahana Snana.
yeah, then all the Prayaschitta is they have to do the Chandrayana Vrata is the biggest Prayaschitta.
Okay.
So Chandrayana Vratam is the biggest Prayashchittam. So if they have done, so they have to do the first they have to do the Kruchram, and then
Okay.
after that the Prayashchittam.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else? I thought a lot of questions will be there, especially on Stri Dharma. Yeah, Narasimurthy garu.
Sir, namaskar. Sir, I have a question. What is exactly Pitru Yajna? Is it exactly the same as Shraddha Karma on the Tithi?
Yes,
Or is there anything else?
there are 96 type of the Shraddham we have to perform for our ancestors in a year.
Okay.
But
Okay.
we are not performing it. So
Oh,
so Pitru Yajna means we have to do the vote of thanks for our ancestors.
okay.
So if we are doing the Shraddha Karma, that is also Pitru Yajna.
Sir, just now you mentioned this Chandrayana Vrata. This is only for not having bath for the
No,
Grahana Samaya or for everything?
for all the Prayaschitta.
Okay.
There are 9 type of the sin. So
Okay.
each sin has a different type of the Prayaschitta. But if we are unable to do it, because in this Loka, in Kali Yuga, we have done a lot of sins. So we are Mahapataki, we are Ati Pataki, we are so what should we do? So there is a way to do the chant. If we do the Chandrayana, so that we are become, that means the cleansing of the body, cleansing of the mind, cleansing of the everything. That is the name of the Prayashchittam. Our last karma are going to burn, and now we are fresh. So we have to do good things from
Without
this day
repetitions.
to till death.
Without repetitions.
Without repetition, because Vajralepaha bhavishyati. Never will be.
Sometimes getting irritated is also kind of sin only. I mean, normally for anything that is something happens and we get irritated, even that kind of thing is also a sin.
No, that is not a
So
sin.
we need to be very strict.
No, that is not a sin. If you are irritated about anything, they listed about that how many types of the sins. If your sins come under that sins, like all the nine things, then you should have to perform that ritual.
Thank you.
Even
Thank you
Videsh,
so
lot of people living in Videsh.
Yes.
So there is also prayashchit. They have to do the prayashchit. Also, I visited 35 countries. So definitely, when I came to Kashi again, I have to do the Kushmand Homa for the prayashchit. But every time it is not rules for me also. But I have to go and give lecture there, and then so it's what should we do? That is the Kali Yuga. It's a Yuga Dharma. So some of the sin we have to control, and some of the sin we can't control because of the dharma, because of the these things.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, Seshagiri garu.
Namaskar, Guruji. You said about the Shraddhas. Just I want to have the clarification. One is Ekodishta. Ekodishta, is it Varshika, what we say that every
Yes,
year?
yes. Abdik Shraddham is called the Ekodishta Shraddha.
What about that Masika? The nowadays here also we in our this thing in South India we do Masika also.
Masika, in 1 year we are performing the Masika Shraddha. First after 14 days, 15 days, after 30, and then 45 days and 59 days. This is a Masika Shraddha. It is also saying that Ekodishta Shraddha.
So this is Masika is called Ekodishta Shraddha.
Because there is a one person, you are thinking about the one person. Yeah, father or who is a died, you are offering to one person. Ekaya Uddishtam, Ekodishtam.
Then we do it that in the Mahalaya, this is
then the Parvana Shraddha. Mahala is the Parva.
Parvana. Yeah. For all the people we do it. That is called that
Karunika. We are doing the Tarpana of our Karunikas. That is also the Parvana Shraddha.
Paksha Shastra.
Sorry?
Paksha Shraddha, what you call that is, no, sir?
Sorry? Paksha Shraddha. Yeah, we can do Mahala is the Parva. So Paksha means 15 days we are going to performing that Shraddham. That we are doing the Tarpanam for the 15 days. That's the Paksha Shraddham.
Like I am doing it, my father on the Chauti in the Paksha Shastra. That is it required to do it in again Amavasya also that?
Yeah, I understand. Chauthi means, sorry?
That fourth day of the...
Oh, Chaturthi.
Chaturthi
Shraddham.
So then is it required to do it in Amavasya again?
In Mahalaya, no need to think about the tithis. Which day your father or mother ancestor has died. This is the Parvana Shraddham. This is the festival of the Shraddha. So any of the day you can pick it and do the Mahalaya Shraddham. If your father who has died in the Mahalaya, then you think about that. You have to perform the Abdik Shraddham, Varshik Shraddham on that day.
Okay.
But no need to think about that. In Mahalaya, which tithi, nowadays people are doing that. Their father went to the Chaturthi tithi, they have to do the Shraddham on Chaturthi. But in Mahalaya, there is no rules about it. Normally, there are many things like a Bharani Shraddham is very nice in Mahalaya. The Bharani Nakshatra are there. If you perform that, the Shraddham, that is very good. And Madhyashtami. This is also very nice. And Trayodashi Gajat Chaya Shraddha. So there are three, and Ekadashi, Matri Naumi is very nice for the Mother Shraddham. So there are many things for the Shraddham in Mahalaya Paksha.
Thank you, sir. Dhanyavad.
Okay. Anyone else has any questions more? If there are no questions, then we thank Krishna Murari Tripati ji, Dr. Krishna Murari Tripati ji, for his, first of all, sparing so much of time. As we know, he is a very busy person, traveling a lot, giving lectures, doing some of his works, and then he has his own routine and in his own institute. So taking out of time is very difficult, yet he has a affection towards this Veda Samskruti Samiti, and then he has been continuously coming and giving lectures and educating us. So thank you very much, Tripati ji. We look forward again to meet you in future courses and bless us with your lectures. Thank you very much.
Sir, I got a
Thank you.
question, sir.
Yeah, Narasimha, you want to ask anything?
Sir, it's me who sent the message with regard to the rishis. Sonaka Gotra.
Okay.
I wanted to know. I was asking you to provide a direction or details.
I think he has sent
I
a
have
message to you
prior-
directly.
Yes, sir. I
Okay,
sent
so
you a
then
message.
definitely I'll answer you. I'll answer.
Yeah. Oh,
It will take
that's it.
1 day or 2 days, and I'll answer.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Thank you so much. Yeah.
So thank you all आप लोग को मैंने जितना भी मेरा भगवान ने मुझे दिया ज्ञान, so I delivered it, and definitely it's not for a one time. So you are here in Veda Samskruti Samiti, and whatever question related to your life. So what should we do? What should you not? So definitely you can ask me anytime through the Veda Samskruti Samiti. And previously, a king has a Purohita. Every king has a Purohita. So Purohit, what is the meaning of Purohitas? So Purohitam, Puraha enam dadhati iti Purohitaha, Puraha agre sthitva kalyan bhava yah karoti saha Purohita. That means who guiding you in this loka, in this earth, that is called the Purohita. So definitely Veda Samskruti Samiti is the Purohita of this loka, this time, this era. So if we need a guide, how to live in this loka with Dharma Shastra, with according to the Vedas and scriptures, then definitely they are doing it. And I'm very grateful that they invited me for a lecture about Veda, Vedangas, and Dharma Shastras. Really, it takes a time. So in university, there is a course about the undergrad, postgrad, PhD about the Veda. And also the course about the Dharma Shastra, about undergrad, postgrad, and PhD. But if you are going to learn here in 2 days, in 3 days, and 5 days, definitely it is very difficult to me to teach you. But, and also I'm not a very great speaker, English speaker. So that is another problem when you face with me. My English is not very good. So because I learned from the Gurukula, and I can speak Sanskrit, I can speak Tamil, I can speak Hindi. So 3 languages I am very comfortable to teach you. But English is not my own language, not my matra bhasha. And even I am not like a very professional person about to deliver those things. But I am here to tell you, if we have questions about those things, definitely I am here to support you with the scriptures and Vedas. So if you have questions about those topics, what I taught you, definitely you can ask number from the Babu Garu, and he will give you. And I, whenever I have time, definitely I answer your questions. So thank you so much again. आप लोग को सबको प्रणाम. आप सब ने मुझे सुना इतना अच्छे से, और फिर मिलेंगे जब भी नेक्स्ट कोर्स होंगे. और वेद संस्कृत समिति बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहा है, और वी हैव टू इनको हेल्प करना है कि ये लोग कैसे और अच्छा कर सकें. So I am teaching here because of they are thinking about the Sanatana Dharma. I'm not thinking about the money. I'm not thinking about the people. I'm not thinking about anything. Yes, I'm thinking about that. They are taking care of the Sanatana Dharma. In this loka, people are thinking about the position, wealth, prosperity, but they are thinking about that the Sanatan Dharma. So we should have to support them, and that after that they will think about a lot for us. So when the course started, I was there. I think I was in second batch, and
Yes.
still I am thinking about that. They are doing lot of things. They are 6 hours to 7 hours in their whole day. They are thinking about the Sanskrit, Veda, and the Veda Samskruti Samiti. So I went also in Hyderabad and met them, and they are really great people who are doing these things. So सबको प्रणाम. It's a thanks to all, and फिर से कहते हैं, आपको कोई क्वेश्चन होगा डेफिनेटली आप पूछ सकते हैं. प्रणाम.
Dhanyawad, Tripathi ji. Your English is really good. No,
No.
don't think that it is bad. You have conveyed whatever you want to convey. Of course, the slips can be from anyone, including people who know English. There can be a slip here and there, but you have conveyed the messages or the teachings very well. And thank you very much again. Babu Garu, you want to say something?
Yeah, thank you, Krishna Murari Tripati ji. Thank you so much for your, a small review of good words spoken about Veda Samskruti Samiti. In fact, all gurus who are teaching in this CCSD certificate course on Sanatana Dharma, they're all, honorary. There is no money involved in this. When so even as the students, no fees. For gurus, no money. So like this, this is truly a Sanatana Dharma tradition. We are going. And to support the activities, if you want to contribute, definitely you are welcome. So now, actually, Krishna Maharaj Tripati ji was at such a place day for yesterday that he could not. He was doubtful whether he will get a internet connection. So beforehand itself, he has taken precaution and asked me to postpone it, and spared another day for this. So for which we are very, very grateful for making the lecture very smooth without any hiccups. Thank you so much, Tripati ji. Your name, as I always say, is always my, I'm a fan of your name, Krishna Murari Tripati ji. Yeah, that's a great name you have, and you are living up to that. You have
Thank you so much.
you have studied in Gurukula and continued in Gurukula, and also you are the Ghanapati, that means PhD in this literature. Thank you so much for enlightening us. Thank you so much. We'll meet again.
Thank you, Babu Garu. Yes, we are all really, we'll be missing him for some time again before he comes back for the next batch. आपका जो प्रार्थना है वो भी बहुत अच्छा है. आपका हिंदी का या संस्कृत में भाषण सुनने का इच्छा है. देखते हैं कब होगा वो.
नेक्स्ट हैदराबाद आते हैं तो करेंगे.
धन्यवाद. Okay, with your permission, can we go for the next?
Yes, please.
Thank you very much. Venkat Narayan garu, can you do the prarthana, please?
Yes, sir. स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तान् न्यायेन मार्गेण महीमहीषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितो ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः अपुत्रा पुत्रिणः सन्तु पौत्रिणः अधनाः सधनाः सन्तु जीवन्तु शरदां शतं सत्यं वद धर्मं चर स्वाध्यायान्मा प्रमदः सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः सर्वे जनाः सुखिनो भवन्तु स्वस्ति
ధన్యవాదాలు వెంకట నారాయణ గారు. Thank you for the prarthana. Now we raise for the national anthem. जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय हिंद जय हिंद.